and Girona. I'm not sure. Are they Italian? I'm not sure who the Girona.
They're Spanish.
Spanish, right. So just to we look at Arsenal there, they made a good start. So you have to have a strong panel then. I presume you'll have to name a separate panel for this Champions League. If you have to name a panel of players for it.
The squad, the squad, I mean to say, but
you have to have it because they're playing the league matches at the weekend. And of course, the knock on for the English clubs is the League Cup and the FA Cup. What kind of teams are going to be putting out in that now? Because if they're stuck in this, you can just. But anyway, just go through the Arsenal thing there. What do you think they'll get out of that shot? They'll win 3 or 4.
I think they start their campaign away to Atalanta. They actually won. They were Italian club. They actually won the Europa League last season. So they'll start their actually. That's all the teams in the group. That's the format the way they're playing them. I think they're playing Atalanta first. Look, you expect PSG is going to be a tough game into Milan away, but after that, Shakhtar Donetsk, you expect Arsenal to beat them. Down or Zagreb, Monaco, you expect them to beat them. Genoa away. So yeah, I'd be very surprised if Arsenal don't win at least 6 out of them games. PSG and Inter Milan are probably the two toughest. Shakhtar Donetsk at home. Maybe if Shakhtar Donetsk was away, with Donetsk, I think it's a Ukrainian club, I believe. If that was away in Ukraine in the normal circumstances, that'd be a very, very tough game. But Arsenal are at home. So yeah, I looking through that group, Paul, or group of matches. You would expect Arsenal to win at least 6 of those games. Maybe Inter Milan, they might struggle against Inter Milan, maybe away at PSG, but you'll expect Arsenal to win at least six of those games, I think. Yeah. Fair.
Now we look at Aston Villa, and of course, big straight away for the old timers like me, Aston Villa, Bayern Munich in the same group. Aston Villa beat Bayern Munich in the 1982 European Cup final 1-0, a goal by the great Peter Witt. So they're back in the Champions League, and I think they might have been there on the north. I'm not sure, but they're back in the big time again. So they're going to have tough games there. But I suppose Aston Villa, great traditional club, they're back there again. So just interesting how they get on. They're of course playing Celtic as well.
Yeah, they're playing Celtic as well. Battle Britain, as I say. I think they opened their campaign away to young boys. Looking through that group, Paul. Yeah, it's going to be tough enough. Like Leipzig away, Bayern Munich and Juventus at home. I think there should be. I think to be fair, I think they would find themselves to beat Celtic. No, they never know. Celtic might put it up to them. It all depends how Celtic will go on themselves. But yeah, I think Aston Villa have a decent chance in those group of matches. The Bayern Munich game and Juventus, that's going to be. I mean, Aston Villa's home ground. The name escapes me now, Paul. I've just forgotten about it. But it's
Villa Park.
Villa Park. Villa Park.
No, one of the most famous venues.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of FA Cup semi-finals in it.
I know. I just completely went blank there for a second. It's just. But look, Bayern Munich, that's going to be a fantastic occasion. Juventus, Bayern Munich, I think more often, because I think Juventus aren't as good as they were. Bayern Munich, they're a great traditional club. They're two great traditional clubs in Britain and in Germany. So look, I would fancy Villa winning maybe 5 of those games. I think they do enough to get into the playoffs at least. So yeah, I think Villa. There's good days ahead for Villa in Europe, I think.
Yeah. Now we look at Celtic there. Of course, a lot of the same. They're playing Villa as well, and there's around over there with a lot of the same clubs there. Look, Celtic. Unfortunately for Celtic, they're so down in Scotland. The hammer Rangers was a 3-0 there a couple of weeks ago. Rangers are second. They're winning the rest of the games. So they're not being tested, but I just don't know if that's good or bad. What do you think to move up to last year? They really struggled
they've really struggled in the last couple of group phases. Last year in particular, they were dead and gone basically with a game or two to go. Even though a lot of those clubs aren't the best clubs in Europe, I think Dortmund and Leipzig are probably the two at Atalanta. I think they start their campaign against Slovan Bratislava at home. They have to win that game, Paul. They have to win their home games. Like with Celtic's away record is terrible, so they have to win. They have to win their home games. At home to Leipzig, that's going to be tough. Dortmund away, another tough one. Young boys, Zagreb for Celtic. So basically all the 4 English clubs should navigate this okay. I think Celtic, on the other hand, as you said yourself, the Scottish League is not what it was. Celtic,
That's an understatement. No, at least years ago, not how long was said a Rangers fan, but Aberdeen, Dundee United, Hearts.
Yeah.
But they've all fallen off the wagon now. Rangers have fallen off the wagon, and City are far superior to any. And of course, with all the extra money, the television money, it's only getting one way. So it's
fair. Yeah, that's it. I mean, 20 years ago, you had Celtic getting to the UEFA Cup final. Martin O'Neill, they lost to Mourinho's Porto 3-2. They had great nights with Martin O'Neill in Champions League, and even Gordon Strachan even beat Man United at home. So, and under Neil Lennon, even they beat Barcelona 2-1, even when Messi was still there. So, they've had great occasions in Europe. Unfortunately, as we've been saying, the Scottish League sadly is not what it was. It's obviously they're winning their league and they enjoyed that over Rangers. But unfortunately, when it comes to Europe, the standard from the Scottish League to the Champions League and the Europa League now is very, very tough. So, yeah, look, I would hope Celtic they can sneak into the playoffs. I can't see any hope in them at all getting into the top 8. I don't think that's realistic. So I think Celtic will be looking for get into the playoff round at least. And they've got a chance, particularly at home. But yeah, like they have to make a good start. That game on Wednesday night, the home game they have against Bratislava.
Well, is it starting this week now? Is it starting this week?
Starting this week, yeah. Starting Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night this week. So they have to win that game on Wednesday night.
And do you know, is it every second week or every week again? Do you know?
I think it's every second week, as far as I remember. I'm up to correction there. But it's just this new format is going to confuse a lot of people. But look,
well, that's an understatement anyway. And I be definitely one. We'll look at the Liverpool one. There are 8 matches. Again, you're looking at Real Madrid. There, you're Milan. You can only pick out the 3 or 4, but they should get out of that group. Liverpool should.
Oh, they should get out of that group. Yeah, it could be interesting though, Paul. AC Milan away, Real Madrid at home, Leipzig away will be tough. Leverkusen, of course, managed by Xabi Alonso, their former player. So there's some interesting games there for Liverpool. But look, you're right. You expect Liverpool to navigate that group now, to be fair, get into the top 8. I don't think they have any fear of that, not making it. So, yeah, the Real Madrid game will be interesting because I think Liverpool, in the last couple of games, particularly the Champions League final, Liverpool, the last 2 Champions League finals, you could say, Liverpool might feel they were shortchanged a little bit, particularly in the last final, the last 1-0. They had all the chances. Courtois made great saves. Real Madrid seem to have a big hoodoo of them lately. But yeah, that'd be an interesting game at Anfield. Leipzig away, that'd be good atmosphere. Leverkusen at home. AC Milan away, of course, on this week they're playing AC Milan away. Of course, remember it's the 2005 final, but AC Milan aren't the team they were less years ago. So yeah, interesting games there, Paul. But you expect Liverpool to do well enough there to get into the top 8.
And now we look at Man City. Sure, they won it 2 years ago, beating the quarter final last year. And look at that group again. Sure, they're Man City, Inter Milan, Juventus. Sure, Man City would be able to come out of that or not come out of that group, but they'll win 4 or 5 of them without even.
At least the best. Man City probably win at least 6 of those games, Paul, to be quite honest, which are very, very capable of winning all 8. So yeah, I'd 4 home, 4 away. Yeah, look, they've been to Milan at home starting their campaign. I think on Wednesday night. PSG away, be interesting. PSG are such a funny team, Paul. You can't judge them. They could do well, and they could be very, very good, and they could be absolutely atrocious. So I think that like you said, the hardest games there with Inter Milan at home, PSG away, and maybe Juventus away. Juventus away would be interesting to see, but they got Haaland up front, Paul, and he's actually getting like Haaland. Sometimes Haaland's build-up plays criticised. Does he do enough? But he's a killer in front of goals. His main job is to score goals, and that's what he does. And he's even looking better than he was in the last couple of seasons. I think he scored in every game so far in the 4 games. I think he scored 2 hat-tricks already. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how they do. But the usual suspects, Paul. If we break it down, Man City, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Liverpool, Arsenal being then running as well, and maybe 1 or 2 other teams I'm forgetting, but it would be usual suspects, like we said. Even with all these new games, all this television money and more games and other clubs coming into it, it'd be the usual suspects. They'd be in the last 16 and in the quarterfinals, semi-finals. So it's
Noel, just a question now, Noel. First